So it's about that time for story time. Story time. Don't judge me.
My best friend at the time, decided that she wanted to spread a rumor about me.
Hey, it's Carmel Sunshine. I'm here with my first story time video. So I decided to talk about this situation that happened in high school. In this particular case, me and this girl was friends since second grade. Second grade. Anyway, moving forward, let's go all the way to 10th grade. So, mind you, we've been friends since second grade. Now we're in 10th grade. So, we all rode the same bus. Me and my best friend, and this particular guy who was fairly popular but was not my steez, was in no way, no form ever interested in him. Ever. Ever. Okay, so yeah, and I actually was like in band and ROTC, so I barely rode the bus in the afternoons because I was so busy with my school, my activities, and so and then you know I guess in addition to now being a girly girl, I was like a little goody two shoes, because like everybody was out there having sex and doing their thing, and that just was not my thing. And the girls that I saw that was doing or having sex, everybody else thought they was popping because they was the popular ones, but I never thought that was the ish. So on this particular day, I guess the school minded my own business because at this point, because I was in advanced classes, I was in band, I was in RTC, I had a whole different group of friends. Me and this particular best friend didn't really see each other like that. So, but I would always make time if it was when, in the morning, sit by each other or call or try to visit, whatever the situation, I would still try to, keep our friendship going. So this particular girl comes to me. I'm thinking this is like after second period. And after second period, I'm minding my own business, about to go to lunch because we had 4 periods at the time. But minding my business, about to go to lunch because your girl, like our food. But anyway, yeah. So she stops me in the doorway and like,
I'm gonna ask you a question.
and I'm like, what? And she was like, did you sleep with? No, not even sleep with. Did you let me say his name is Craig.
Did you let Craig finger you on the bus?
Like, what? What? Wait a minute. And see, let me even give you a backstory. So by the time I got to high school, I was seriously unscathed. And when I say unscathed, that I had fought enough when I was in my little tomboy stage, fifth, sixth, seventh grade. I fought enough that they know not to mess with me. So, when something go down, people come and tell me because they know I could have gotten a little crazy. Because especially like my ninth grade year, I was a little off or whatever. I was going through my stuff or whatever, and I was not that chick to be messed with. You understand? So this is 10th grade. I'm more reformed, I'm more refined, preparing myself to go to college. Your girl was on a whole nother level. But when she told me this, I was like,
Boy, stop.
it's about to be a girl fight. First of all, like I said, I was like 5'7", so I was pretty tall. In high school, dude was like 5 feet tall. I'm like, that's not even my type. At the time, I was dating a football player that was like already 6 feet, 6'1", body like chiseled from the gods. Like, get Craig, are you serious? She knew. She knew. She was like, let me go ask the horse if that was the situation, because if that was not the situation, something is about to go down. So she was like, oh,
I believe it, but I just wanted to let you know.
and I was like, well, who told you? Right? And she was like, it wasn't
One particular person, but you know, so and so told me.
right. And I'm just like, ain't you supposed to be my best friend? Like, even though we ain't been hanging around, by 10th grade, I had two particular other people that I used to hang around all the time, hang out with. But I'm the type of friend that if you're my friend, I'm going to make time for you, period. Like, anyway, like in this particular situation, I had already two friends. So I don't know if she was like mad or, you know, maybe a little jealous because me and those two particular friends had more in common or whatever the situation was. But for you to go and say somebody finger fucked me on the bus, my nigga, like, Porky? Nah. So she was like, oh, I didn't think that was true or whatever. I'm like, whatever you was told, whatever you was heard, you let them know that I've told you that that's incorrect. I don't even ride the bus like that. And Craig, please, like of all people, why would I? And at this particular time, you know, I was a virgin, so why would I even decide to let somebody do that on the bus with people watching? Like, are you serious right now? Negative, you know? And so I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I thought it would have been squashed at that point. Oh, no, not squashed. Not at all. So we proceed to the next day. Now, mind you, I am the type of person that if I hear that you're talking about me, I'm going to ask you if you're talking about me. Period. Like there is no oh mad or passive aggressive. I mean like squeeze me. Squeeze me.
Squeeze me?
Are you talking about me? So on this particular, you know, I went ahead with my day because I was not about to be, you know, the old me at that point because the old me would have went straight to that classroom, would have went asked one question, and if I did not get the answer I wanted to hear, then your ass was kicked. Period. So next day on the bus, I'm like, it's morning time. People are just waking up. So if you ask somebody a question, they're gonna have to answer because they ain't had all day to lie. So now I'm getting you in the morning, and so now you're gonna explain to me why somebody told me you said that, right? So not just on our bus, which had like 20, 30 people, but you wait till the day that the bus was packed. Okay, negatory. So I asked her, I was like, just out of curiosity, I just want to know, you know, did you start some rumor about me on a, about me on the back of the bus with Craig? Are you serious? And she
He was like, nah, that wasn't me, that was so and so.
now so and so is on the bus. And so when she says her name, she like that.
That wasn't me, she said it too.
So I'm led to believe now it's the both of you. So now the both of you can get the business at this point. You, you, I think we need to cut it. Like for real. We are no longer friends. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't stare at me. If I feel like I even feel you breathing on me, talking about me, doing anything in my direction that I do not like, there is going to be a problem for real. So I left it at that, you know, and like I said, everybody knew there was no idle threats around these parts. If your girl said she was gonna do something, she's gonna do it, and I'm still the same way. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm going to do it. Period. Okay? So I left it at that. And I believe, you know, I mean the rumor really didn't get anywhere because at the end of the day, I went back to the dude because I think he was even hyping it up. And I'm like, I could squash you right now. Like, kill you. Like, check my credentials. You understand? Check my record. Like, I don't care if you're a boy or not. You could get it. You could get this. You know what I mean? You could get it too. So, I mean, I want to say it lasted maybe all of a week, and then everybody was about their day. So I was cool after that point because nobody believed it anyway. But the audacity, you understand that you decided that you wanted to start a rumor about your girl, and we're supposed to be best friends. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, right? So how we made up, right? This is the second part of the story. How we made up for a day, because we still not cool. But how we made up for a day, right? So let's fast forward to 12th grade. By this time, I'm in work study, so I'm only going to school half a day. You know, your girl's in honor classes. She got 2 diplomas. So it really wasn't, I really wasn't in school like that. And I barely rode the bus because, like, my friends, we used to drive to school, and then I used to go to work after school was over at noon for me. And so I never really rode the bus. But my little brother rode the bus, and her little sister rode the bus. She barely apparently didn't ride the bus either that much because I believe she had a job. I don't know. I didn't keep up with her. But I guess, in solidarity, she, decided that, hey, because like I said, anybody could get it or whatever. So I didn't know what the situation was. My little brother didn't tell me what the situation was. So I'm in like third, no, take that back. Like I said, half a day. So second period. So she catches me or whatever, but I don't believe I had to work this day. So I actually was still in school, but she catches me while I'm in school, and she's like, oh, did you hear what the bus driver said to your brother? And I'm like, okay, what else? I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm already shocked, like, why are you coming up to me? Because I had told you 2 years ago, don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't holler at me, don't say hey, don't say nothing. And I meant that because you was going to get it. But I guess she decided that this was extremely important. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Because by this time, it was 2 good whole years of being nice. So I decided to continue that streak, even though I was like, whatever. So she goes and proceeds to say, oh, the bus driver called your brother a black bastard and monkey child. Porqué? Like, what? And she went to say that, the same bus driver called her sister some names. So I guess she had gotten mad because at this particular point, our brother and our sister were the same age as well. So they were like in 8th grade. So, of course, they're not going to say anything. And my little brother didn't tell me anything when he got home. So I'm like, because we lived with our grandmother, and my grandmother drove bus too, but she was old, so she wasn't about to throw down. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wanted to tell my mom because my mom is crazy because she will throw down. So she will beyond throw down. She will not only just throw down, but you will then turn around and lose your job. You understand? So I guess he figured that was not an option because that was going to be embarrassing. You understand? At this particular point, I'm like hella mad. I'm just like, okay, where this bitch at this point? So mind you, like I said, I'm like in 12th grade. She's in 12th grade. So I mean, this is a bus driver, but who the fuck cares? You're not gonna call my brother no names. So, like I said, my brother looks completely different than I do, and he is a little bit darker. So it's always, been a thing. But and then she was black. I'm like, okay, like how you got some nerve. So I waited all day. Like I said, I had learned, to control my temper at this point. So, the girl was more refined. But at this point, I was livid. Livid. You call my brother what? He's 8th grade. He's 12, 13 years old. Are you serious? And what is he supposed to say to you? Like, what is he supposed to say back to you? So I'm like, okay, whatever. All day I'm mad. All day. I'm not even talking to nobody because I don't want nobody advice. I don't want nobody to talk me out of it. She's about to get the business. I've been wanted to smack that ass. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm going to wait. I wait all day. And see, at my high school at the time, the bus used to be in a parking lot behind the school. So the bus drivers used to have to come drive their personal car, get on the bus. So I knew where the bus was at. And because I wasn't even in classes, I had plenty of time. So, you know, the girl that I had beef with or whatever, we decided to partner up. So I'm just letting you know now, if I slap this bitch, you better have my back. Like, you know, or whatever. So she was like, okay, because ain't nobody going to be talking about my sister like that, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, okay now, because I'm going to confront her. Like, it's not going to be no ifs, ands, buts about it. You're not about to talk about my brother, period. So I want to say maybe like 10 minutes before the bell rang, I decided to then go and get the girl out of her class. And I was like, you know, I lied a little bit. I told the teacher, like, okay, well, you know, so-and-so need her or whatever. So I went ahead and, you know, got her out of her class. We decided to go to the back of the school, go to the parking lot, and wait inside the bus. Because like I said, I was serious about this. You're not about to talk about my brother. I guess she gets to the school early. So she was, you know, coming in basically about the same time we was walking to the bus. And she was like, she missed attitude, always had an attitude. So she was like, why is y'all here? What?
Okay, first of all,
I want to know why you calling my brother a black bastard and a monkey child. Like, explain to me, because at the end of the day, we can get this popping. She was like, oh, you don't need to talk to me like that. I'm an adult. You are a child. Stay in a child's place. You're an adult. You're an adult. Oh, so now you're an adult. But when you were calling a middle school 8th grader who's about 13 years old a black monkey child, whatever you decide to call, that was adult-like? I'm just like, listen, my brother better not ever tell me you said anything to him again, like for real. Like, if you think it's the issue that I'm talking to you, just imagine if my mother has to speak to you. Because I'm not going to touch you. Because I learned a long time ago, especially when it's an adult issue, tell my mother. Because my mother is fucking crazy. So I'm just like, I already know, like, the ass whooping that I possibly could give you, you go get the same equal ass, you know, whooping from my mom. So at this point, I decided to be mature about it, because at the point, I was in 12th grade. I was about to graduate. You're not about to mess up my graduation because you decided you want to call somebody some names. Please, whatever. So I decided, but I told her, please. And she knew my mother because we lived in a small town. So she knew my mama was crazy. So I'm like, please let my brother come home saying that you called him another name. Because it's done. Like, my mom's coming to your house. Like, there's no mediation. There's no talking. There's no nothing when you're saying something negative about her kids. So yeah, so that was a particular time that we decided that we would get together for like that one day or whatever. But after that, I was done. I was like, I'm going to college. Enjoy your time in life. Bye, girl. So yeah, so I lost one best friend. I have 2 right now, so who cares? But yeah. Anyway, but if you enjoyed this story, I have plenty more stories to tell from high school, college, whatever. If you would like to hear more stories, make sure you comment below. And I will definitely do another story time video for you guys. You know, she got stories. But yeah, so just let me know and I will definitely post a video. And I do appreciate you guys. And thank you for watching. Helping hand you in my time of need. So I'm calling you now. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. What else can I